Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a dual commentary. This is triple commentary between Moletrap and myself, Klazart, and we have Diggity as well. Say hello to the people, Diggity. Oh yes, hello everybody. This is Diggity, and I'm a pansy because I want to go to sleep and not do more commentaries late into the night and be tired all day at work. Go ahead, Klazart.
No problem, Diggity. Yeah, I mean, come on. Don't lie to us. We know you're not going to sleep. We know you actually have a hot date with another man, and that's where you're going. So that's okay. We support, your right to be with another man, as opposed to doing StarCraft commentaries, because clearly, gay sex doesn't compare to StarCraft commentaries for you. Anyway, because of that little stunt at the start, I have no idea who is what color. I think, I think
red.
Flash is in yellow. Is he?
Flash is
sure
red.
About that?
Yes, I'm very sure.
Okay. No, that doesn't make sense. It says 2:2 KTF Ace. Okay, you're right. Sorry. So the Korean name is okay. So Flash is red and Hiya is yellow. I've just wasted all this time talking about this nonsense. But anyway, so this is being played on Coliseum. It looks to be an exciting game. Flash has a lot to prove. I'm surprised, really, if you're watching this game. By the way, if you're watching this game before you've seen the commentary of the week with Jaedong, with the triple commentary with Jaedong and 815 and Flash and Frog VV, those games will be spoiled for you in this commentary. So you've been warned, and I therefore have no responsibility if you're annoyed about me spoiling the game. So anyway, Flash, I'm surprised the coach put Flash in for the Ace matchup, considering how badly he got destroyed by Frog VV in the first game. Are you surprised to see him here, Moletrap? I'm just shocked to see that Flash. Maybe he wants to give Flash a chance to prove himself and get his confidence back up, or maybe Flash volunteered. I would love to know what was going through the heads of the coach when he picked Flash for this game.
Yeah, I think it. Oh, and Flash actually going cross positions to try and scout for the middle. We have occasionally seen proxies on this map in the middle, so that's kind of smart. So he is going to scout actually this time, as a matter of fact, which, as I was saying in the other commentary, has been his downfall the last couple weeks, the lack of scouting. So hopefully he can actually get a little bit of a scout in here, although Hiya has closed off his door. Hiya is in the yellow, by the way, at the top left there. I don't know if we actually mentioned who Flash was playing against yet. But, yeah.
Does it matter?
I think they probably did put... Yeah, it's true. I think they probably did put him in because of the fact that he failed so miserably, and they wanted to give him another chance to kind of look at what he did wrong in that game and try and make up for it. And we've actually kind of seen that a lot lately with players. In fact, just last week, I saw Stork versus Midas in the Ace match, and both of those players had lost. And so they both got sent in to try and make things up. And Flash is apparently actually doing the same build that he did last time. This is looking to be exactly the same as his game against 4GG, because he's gone straight for the command center and then gone for the barracks afterwards. Although I think it might actually work a lot better on this map, because he has a choke point which he can get on this map, and he's going to be able to put tanks eventually on the high ground on this map. So I think it's probably going to work. This build's going to work out better for him, even though Hiya is going to have he's not gone for a quick command center, so theoretically if he scouts this, he could get forces out just like 4GG did, and do a quick push against Flash and own him in that, just like 4GG did. And Hiya going for a dual starport right now. This is going to be very interesting. He's not even bothering for a command center or anything like that. He's going straight for 2 starports. So this is going to be, again, up to Flash trying to hold off Hiya while he gets up enough forces to deal with this Wraith Rush. And I don't know, Flash is going to have to try and get some scouting in or something like that in order to deal with this. Oh! And Hiya actually putting a supply depot in Flash's gap so that Flash can't do the same thing himself. Although it looks like he's got enough forces there, he's going to have to cancel that. So things turning out to be exciting so far. And by the way, real quick before I pass it off, I'm sorry I'm talking so long, but Hiya has been playing very good Terran versus Terran lately. So even at his best, even at Flash's best, Hiya would still be a very good match for Flash, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes.
Yeah, some great StarCraft from both players. We saw some real pimp stuff by Hiya blocking that choke. I have to say it was very remiss of Flash to leave that choke undefended. He didn't build a supply depot there, and he left that choke because he'd already built a supply depot somewhere else. He hadn't built his initial supply depot in the choke, and he was looking to build a factory. Therefore, he didn't have the resources to actually build that supply depot any earlier. And Hiya was able to take advantage of that and get in that choke. Flash now has got 4 Marines, so he's going to be able to ward that vulture away. I don't think Hiya's got any following up. The key here for Flash is that he's not aware of those double starports, so it's going to going to be interesting to see how he adapts and how he copes with it. I don't personally feel it's a great strategy, especially on a map like this with the cross map positions, because of the time it takes to get all the way across. Even though I think Hiya could do some damage to Flash's economy, I just don't think it's a great strat. 2 raids coming in straight away, no cloak, obviously not necessary, so he's going to do a big rush here. But I think that ultimately, I find a Wraith Rush to be defendable. You've got to back it up with something substantial on the ground, tanks or whatever, to really be able to do damage. So Flash, interestingly enough, has gone for dual machine shops, obviously anticipating the ground push, but he's also got getting the armory up, so Flash's armory is almost up, and even though Hiya has got those 2 raids there, I think Flash is actually going to be able to finish this armory by repairing his SCVs and by using multiple SCVs and micros, so it's going to be down to Flash to try and get that armory up. He also, I think, obviously I'm not sure if he has enough resources to try and start up a second armory somewhere in case he struggles to get this one up, but it looks like he's actually going to be able to get this armory up. And that army is up, and the army is complete, and Flash has got 2 factories. He also brought in his Marines to defend, so Hiya's got 4 raids in there, but he doesn't have cloaking technology, and that's going to be the crucial factor here, because Flash has got those 2 factories down, so he's going to, and Hiya doesn't really have anything falling on the ground, and I've always personally felt that a Wraith Rush doesn't really work all that well in turn versus turn, especially on a large map like this, especially with a defendable choke, especially on cross map positions, and Flash, since he did expand quickly, it's all about how many SCVs can Hiya kill. Can Hiya kill enough SCVs with his raids to neutralize Flash's advantage? Although that being said, even if he does kill a lot of SCVs, he's also going to end up suffering a little bit because he's going to lose some of those raids, or at the very least be forced out. So Flash has now got 2 Goliaths, and that's all it takes to ward off Hiya's SCVs. Hiya's still going to be able to keep the pressure on Flash for a little bit though, but looks like we're set up for an interesting game. The problem here is that even though Hiya has done some damage to Flash's economy, he hasn't done a lot. His own command expo is only now going up. Flash has got his 2 factories up, he's got his army up, so he's going to be ahead in tech. He's now got the Goliaths up. Hiya continued to try and pick off that siege tank with his raid, some decent micro from Hiya. Hiya with another pimp play, taking off the siege tank, avoiding the 2 Goliaths with the micro, and he's using the maneuverability, he's using those raids almost like Mutalists, so we're going to see some interesting StarCraft here, but I still feel that Flash is in a good position, because I just don't know if Hiya has done enough damage to offset the investment he made in that Wraith Rush.
Yeah, you're right. I think that's definitely right. This is going a lot differently. Basically, 4GG ended up owning Flash because he had a ground push to go with his raids, his quick raids against Flash's quick command center. And in this case, Hiya went for the 2 starports instead of just 1, and didn't have a ground push to go along with those raids, and wasn't able to take advantage of the fact that he had that air superiority by pushing in with tanks or anything like that. So, and now with plenty of Goliaths all over the place, 2 comsat centers, I don't think that Flash is going to have any problem dealing with this. And I think Hiya, a very intelligent player, has realized this. He's kind of ceased with the raids, it looks like, and is just focusing more on ground forces, although that was very smart of him to use those raids, sacrificing a Wraith to take out one of the tanks. He kind of knows that it's going to be a ground force from now on, ground fight from now on out, and so he's just kind of sacrificing a Wraith to try and minimize Flash's ground forces, and here trying to take out those SCVs, again, slow down the factories, slow down Flash's ability to make those ground forces. And it looks like Hiya has apparently he knows he's behind economically, so he's actually expanded to a 3rd base. He's going to try and make up the fact that he's behind economically by catching up and getting his 3rd base even quicker, and using the raids to harass while he does that, so he can, I guess, kind of stall so that he doesn't end up getting caught off guard. I think it's probably kind of a safe move. I would expect Flash to build up a little bit more forces before moving out, although just as I say that, he is moving out with this small force that he has. Might just be posturing around. We'll see. And he's comsatted that 3rd base, so we might see Flash respond by pushing here. It'll depend on if Flash thinks he has enough units or not.
Yeah, Flash actually got a comp set off earlier as well, so he's seen that 3rd base, excuse me, he's seen what Hiya's doing, and his response is to put his own command center down while he presses Hiya a little bit, I think. Hiya did use those raids, as you said, to try and just screen himself, screen his defense, and distract Flash while he got that expansion up, hoping to buy himself some time. But the key thing for me here is that Hiya has lost all 5 or 6 of his raids. He's got those 2 starports, and they've not really gained much for him. He hasn't gained much ground. Obviously, the defensive position that Hiya has allowed him to put that command center up. I don't know if it'll be enough to make up ground with Flash, or if Flash is still going to be ahead. Remember, Flash has been pumping SCVs from 2 command centers for a lot longer than Hiya has, even though Hiya killed someone. But Flash has now positioned himself in a very strong defensive position just south of Hiya's base, and he's trying to landlock Hiya in. And I think, and just as I was about to say it, we see the 2 control towers going up for Hiya, and that's exactly what I hoped and anticipated to see. And Flash, seeing that Hiya's gone for that expansion, realizing that Hiya's not going to have a lot of units on the ground, has decided to one-up him and go for another expansion. But I think the one thing that might prove telling later on in the game is the fact that Hiya did have those 2